Welcome back to Shadows in the Pines with your hosts, Dan and Becka.
Before we begin, please be advised this episode may contain conversations that are graphic in nature and are intended only for adults. If you are not in the right headspace, we recommend you pause, take a break, recenter, find your happy place, and continue when you're ready. We here at Shadows in the Pines appreciate your support, but your mental health will always be more important than the show. We hope you enjoy this episode, and as always, thank you for listening. And now, here's Becka.
In January 2000, the task force room in the Spokane County Public Safety Building. It's been the operational center of this investigation for more than 2 years. Every tip that's come in, thousands of them, is cataloged in 3-ring binders, spine out, labeled by date range, arranged on the walls. Photographs of the victims organized into photo albums because that's the practical decision you make when you need to find things quickly. A reconstruction of one man's life covers 3 walls. Oak Harbor through Walla Walla, through 18 years of Army postings, through 2 marriages and 5 children, and a beige rancher on the South Hill. Built from vehicle records, service documents, witness accounts, field interview reports. Cal Walker has been in this room for most of those 2 years. His team has built 2 databases. Every registered Corvette owner in Washington and Idaho. Every Corvette stopped by Spokane law enforcement. They followed trails that ended in bad confessions. DNA tests that ruled out men who looked promising. Thousands of tips. Henry Lee Lucas called and confessed to all of it. His confession didn't hold up. They have the right name. It's been in their files since September 24th, 1997. They don't yet have enough to hold him. But they know he sold the Corvette. They have the buyer's name. The car is in a driveway in Spokane. They're going to find it. And when they do, everything this task force has built over 2 years is going to close around one man. This is episode 3.
Beer is fucking good.
Isn't it great?
I forgot how good this goddamn beer is.
I know. It's such a good summery beer.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we're drinking Pelicano.
I know.
Pelicano since 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Lager Cerveza.
Yeah.
I like the fucking bird on there.
Pelican Brewery.
What is that? Some kind of eagle?
Oh my God. You have bird blindness, don't you?
It's a fucking pelican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know my birds.
That is good.
Yeah, it's the one it gets the big ass fucking jowl because it's filled with
scoops.
Water and fish and all sorts of fascinating things.
Yes.
Which brings me to today's show. Pelicans. What are they up to? Where do they come from?
And more importantly, why aren't they bringing me more beer?
What's their agenda? I don't know, but they make a damn fine beer.
Right. Oh my God.
What else is new? Big win. If you listen to the show and you know over the past few weeks we've been going to bingo.
Mm-hmm.
We've been winless at bingo.
Yeah.
Some of us are still winless at bingo.
Yeah. I know.
You are not one of them,
I am
though.
not
You
one of,
won.
No, but I can have empathy, can I not?
Yeah, you won
Yes.
a pot, and you won to pick a prize,
I did win a pick a prize.
which is awesome. Which meant she won some money and then got to go up and pick a prize, which has an envelope which had more money in it. Or it determined what the total of your win was.
Yeah. That's true.
What it ended, like $200 or something like that.
Yes, I won $200.
But fuck yeah, $200, $200.
Right?
And then you won one other time, but you had to split that with.
Yeah, and that
people.
was only $83.
Yeah, but still, again,
I know.
out of all the times we've gone,
Because I only anticipate going there and having fun and people watching. I don't ever anticipate winning. I'm like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
That's like my philosophy.
maybe I should be more like that.
There you go. There you go.
I want to win. BINGO.
I know. So.
Yeah. And the weather is nice.
It is nice.
Super fucking nice. It's been so warm.
It has. And today was it tripped me out a little bit because you're like, oh, it's cloudy skies. But no, it was humid.
A little overcast, but super humid.
Yeah. My hair did not care for that, but that's okay. That's a whole nother story for another time.
No, mine didn't either.
I know.
It was really on the frizz. The frizz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have no hair.
Yeah. He does not have hair.
I have a head for radio.
Oh, stars. Oh my God.
All right. Regardless, back to Pelicans. No, we have a true crime show.
We do.
And we're talking about a real fucker still.
Oh,
This is episode 3 of Robert Lee Yates Jr.
Yeah.
The junior in this case stands for just rotten.
I like that. Yes,
Right?
just rotten. Yeah. I think it's a little more than just rotten.
Yeah.
It still trips me out. Like it's so hard for me to grasp in my head that he could go around and murder people and yet walk away from that and go have his family life.
Yeah.
As if nothing ever occurred. That's what makes him such a monster in my brain.
Fucking crazy.
I mean, more than the fact that he just took human lives.
That's why we have a show.
That's true. That is true. And I'm grateful for everyone who tunes in, listens.
Yeah. And this actually is going to be our last kind of well-known name for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Because I'm eager to tell some of these other stories that are horrific in their own rights.
Correct.
And, I mean, a lot of them I'm like, holy fuck. Like, this happened? Like, this happened.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to close out. We get this one and one more with the Yates.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And then for our Patreon listeners, you may have noticed that there was no Patreon episode this week. And my only explanation is that it's a lot of work. So there's just not going to be an episode this week.
No.
And we will return next week. I also need more time to finish it because it's a weird one.
It's a lot.
It's not the aliens, but it's fucking it's
That alien one, that was, that
it's
was
really fucking weird. Little bit of it involves kids, a little bit of wrongful conviction, you know, having a hunch and trying to make the facts fit the hunch instead of following, you know what I mean?
Instead of
Like
following,
so,
yes.
So we'll return next week with
the Patreon.
With the Patreon, and then the week after we'll resume with mini pines.
Well, we might have to put a pin in that because the week after, I believe, is our Vegas trip.
Oh, that's right.
I think so.
So we'll have an episode recapping everything because we have to do that.
Yeah.
We'll take lots of pictures. We'll do a whole episode about everything that we saw, did, and encountered while we were at CrimeCon 2026 in fabulous Las Vegas.
Oh, yes. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just grinning over here about just,
Yeah, that's not far off now.
No, it's not.
At all.
No.
Today's the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So 17 fucking days till we leave.
No, we leave on the 28th.
Well, whatever.
It's 17 days and I turn old. And then, yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's 17 days till your birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm counting down. But we digress.
All right. Let's talk about this fucker.
Yeah.
Our last episode was for the victims.
Mm-hmm.
We did 13 women, one by one.
Yes, we did.
Shannon Zaleski, who was going to testify at fucking JoJo's trial. Never got the chance. Heather Hernandez, smart and funny, in town for 1 month. Mm-hmm. She was the one that was dragged through a parking lot. Then we had Jennifer Joseph, who was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Also 1 month in Spokane. And her blood and her button end up being in the Corvette, which is the thing that eventually ends all of this. Mm-hmm. Darla Scott, found buried on the day her daughter turned 5. Melinda Mercer, driven 300 miles to a field in Tacoma. Mm-hmm. Sean Johnson, grocery clerk, almost clean from in recovery. Mm-hmm. Then we have Lori Wasson and Sean McClenahan, both found together. Those were the two found the same day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Sunny Oster disappeared the day after she finished treatment.
Yes.
Of course, Barefoot Linda.
Yes.
Melody Murphin, who was buried in his yard. And Michelin Durnin, the colonel's daughter. Mm-hmm. And Connie LaFontaine Ellis, also driven across state and left in a ditch in Tacoma.
That's right. Yeah, there were 2.
We covered Christine Smith, the only person who survives him.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Shot in the head in his van in August 1998, walks away not knowing she's been shot, and then they find bullet fragments in her skull months later when a car accident sends her in for an x-ray.
That's right. That's right. Bad bitch.
Right.
Walking around, bullet fragments. And it's crazy.
We covered the Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic stop where the officer writes the wrong car. Mm-hmm. And Robert Lee Yates gets to drive home. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to talk about kind of the final months and the work that kind of closes the net around this fucking dickbag.
Good.
You know, the Corvette, which is what it actually is. Mm-hmm. You know, the search of his house, like a legal pad, and Pierce County. Some stuff.
Yeah. Getting into the nitty gritty.
Yeah. So we need to go back to September 24th, 1997, one more time.
Okay.
Because really the full weight of this hasn't been accounted for yet. So it's Wednesday afternoon. A Spokane patrol officer stops a car at Sprague and Ralph, a few blocks from where Jennifer Joseph was last seen alive 5 weeks earlier. The car is a 1977 white Chevy Corvette. The driver is Robert Lee Yates Jr. He's ticketed. He's allowed to go. The officer fills out the interview report, and in the vehicle make field, he writes one word: Camaro. Now, we mentioned the task force, and this task force has a standing directive: watch for white Corvettes near East Sprague. because they're building a database of every registered Corvette owner in Washington and Idaho, remember?
Yes.
And also every Corvette that's stopped by law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
So the Camaro report goes into the system and then doesn't match anything. So naturally, nobody flags it, nobody catches it, and it just kind of sits in a binder on a shelf.
Mm.
I mentioned that the error isn't discovered until after the arrest.
Correct.
And during the period between that stop and arrest,
Mm-hmm.
between that stop and the arrest,
Mm-hmm.
additional victims are killed.
Yeah. It's
So
sickening.
when an investigator finally pulls the September 24th report, reads Camaro, and checks the plate,
Mm-hmm.
the plate belongs to a Corvette
Mm-hmm.
registered to Yates. So the plate's correct. The make is wrong.
Right.
So the officer looked at the Corvette and then just, naturally wrote a different car.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of debate about what that error cost.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you remember Mark Furman.
That name sounds familiar.
He's a former LAPD detective who worked the OJ case.
I was going to say, okay, that's...
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I remember him. Okay.
So, he was a Spokane radio commentator.
Oh.
And he kind of inserted himself into the investigation.
Oh.
Now, he argues that had the error been caught early,
Mm-hmm.
and that had basic cross-referencing been done in a timely way,
Mm-hmm.
Yates could have been identified in late 1997.
Oh my God.
And 9 women might not have died.
Mm.
So, of course, this, Cal Walker, who was the head of this task force,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they push back way hard on it. And they're like, no, they maintain that the physical and DNA evidence is what produces the guilty plea. And without it, Yates doesn't confess.
Right.
And that the Furman account, they say, is unfair to a team that worked without adequate resources and solved a case that had stumped investigators for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both things are partially true.
Mm-hmm.
The task force was underfunded, understaffed, and operating in a city that had spent 14 years treating these deaths as an acceptable level of loss.
Yeah.
And they solved it anyway.
I'm
Right? In one word, Camaro instead of Corvette,
Mm-hmm.
It delayed the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And the delay had a cost that can be counted in names.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So here's the thing about that error that kind of gets lost in the retelling of this.
Mm-hmm.
The task force doesn't discover it because of smart detective work. They discover it because after the arrest in April, they're going back through everything, every interview report and all this shit, kind of looking for the full picture of his movements. And that's when they pull it and they kind of discover it.
And they're kind of like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I mean, really, it's kind of like just fucking dumb luck.
Yeah. But in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So while all of this is happening, let's kind of talk about what the task force is actually doing and what they're actually doing.
Sounds good.
So after the double discovery of Jennifer Joseph and Heather Hernandez,
Mm-hmm.
they request assistance from the FBI Behavioral Science Unit at Quantico.
Oh, we just have touched on this.
We just did an episode on those fellas, right?
Yes.
You like how this goes?
I do.
So FBI Supervisor Charlie Mandingo. Sorry. It's Mandigo, but I can't help saying Mandingo because it's fucking funny. It could be Mandigo.
Can you hear me, Clem?
It's Clem Fandango. Hello, Steven. Can you hear me?
can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango. What do you want? He's just fucking said that.
God, so funny.
Sorry. Oh my God. If you haven't seen the show Toast of London, run to your nearest streaming device and Google it.
Oh my God, yes.
Particularly Clem Fandango. Fucking funny. But yeah, no, this is Charlie Mendigo. No relation. So he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now they review the files and they kind of produce a profile.
Yes.
White male, 30s or 40s, organized, mobile, experience in sustained deception. Accurate in its general outlines, but no specific lead.
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI also brings database technology, which is the same software federal investigators use for terrorism and bank robbery cases.
Oh, wow.
So it's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it requires a crime analyst to run it properly.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
And the budget doesn't allow for one.
Oh, man. Here's your tool.
Yeah.
Figure out how to use it and don't complain.
Now, they get thousands of tips over 2 years, and each one is logged, and most require, at least some kind of basic follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
And false confessions actually consume huge amounts of investigative time.
Oh, I could see that.
So this one dude, Henry Lee Lucas, who you mentioned in our cold open, calls and confesses to all of it. Now, okay, like, what are you hoping to do? You know what I mean? Like, what, you just want to be famous?
Right, your little 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, like, that's not a good way to get famous, by claiming you killed all these women. Like, that's like, that ain't going to get you any kind of fame you want. Notoriety, maybe. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be infamous.
Yes. Yeah, because we have his name. Oh, my
like
God.
Fucking El Guapo or something,
Chip to the loony bin. That's what he got.
So, yeah, I mean, so he calls and he's like, yeah, it was me. But his confession doesn't hold up because obviously he doesn't fucking know jack shit about it because he didn't fucking do it.
Right.
Now, on Christmas Eve of 1998, the Spokane Police Department withdraws from the Joint Task Force because of budget constraints.
Okay.
So at this point, there's 6 sheriff's deputies that now carry the full load of this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So a lot of fucking people in the community wrote to the newspaper.
Of course they
to
did.
the letter, then in the letters to the editor section.
Oh, yeah.
Basically being like, why waste this much time on prostitutes?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yes. But we've said it so many times
Yeah.
that...
Because they're looked at as less dead.
Yeah.
And that says everything about...
And that's so sick and... Because there's somebody's daughter, there's somebody's wife, there was somebody's mom, you know?
Exactly.
Sister. Shit. A human's a human.
Yeah. So the logic of the Corvette databases is sound.
Mm-hmm.
The killer has been driving to East Sprague repeatedly over more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
He's cautious but not invisible.
Mm-hmm.
He almost certainly has had police contact. Find Corvette stops, cross-reference against the owner database, and somewhere in the overlap is the name.
Yeah.
So the logic is correct.
Yeah.
And the name is in the database. It's been there since September of 97.
Mm-hmm.
But the field interview report says Camaro.
Grr. Mm-hmm.
And here's something that gives you kind of a sense of what the task force was up against. The FBI profile they receive is accurate in its general outlines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't produce a specific lead. Because the profile describes someone who could really be any dozens of men in Spokane County.
Yeah.
Or Washington State, for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And what the profile can't tell you is that the man you're looking for drove a white Corvette to East Sprague in the evenings, sold it when the heat came up, and replaced it with a Honda Civic.
Wow.
Yeah. So that level of specificity only comes from the physical evidence.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is exactly what Cal Walker was arguing when Furman comes after the task force in a book that he writes.
Mm.
And he says, without the Corvette evidence, without the button and the blood and the fiber match, there's no guilty plea. Because Yates didn't break easily.
Right.
He'd been doing this for 25 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not going to break a sweat over this.
So he sits in an interview room and holds his story.
Mm.
And he needed the physical evidence closing around him before he actually gave anything up at all.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to all that.
Yeah.
So, man, this episode's kind of choppy.
You feel that?
I'm going to apologize to the listeners if it feels like it's jumping around a lot. Because it kind of is. I'm not following a normal timeline because, again, I feel like people know who this guy is and they're familiar. So I'm presenting it in a way that we're kind of all.
We want to all be on the same page.
But maybe I shouldn't be doing that for people who are not familiar with him.
But maybe
that's an arrogant way to go about things.
Well.
So after Yates, the next case, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different direction with it.
Okay.
I think everyone will enjoy it more. And then that'll be the structure moving forward.
Okay. Again, we're still...
Because I notice it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we're typically, we have a chronological timeline.
Yes.
Like here's the early years.
Right.
Then this happens. Then this.
So it builds up.
Then he kills this person at this point, and here's what he did after. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a huge case for the Pacific Northwest.
It is.
And it wasn't that long ago.
No.
So that's kind of why it feels...
I think that's only why it feels choppy.
Yeah.
Because we have to go and explain and visit these time frames.
Yeah. And it made sense in my head when I was writing it.
Exactly.
But, so yeah, anyways, where was I? He needed that evidence.
Yeah, he needed the physical evidence.
They gotta be like, okay, look here, we got you, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, so by November of 98, he's killed 13 women and shot Christine Smith. She gets away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he sells the white Corvette because the task force is watching for white Corvettes, and he noticed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he sells it, and he gets a Honda Civic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on November 10th, a Spokane patrol officer pulls over that Honda Civic.
Get out.
And in the passenger seat is a woman known to law enforcement as a prostitute who works East Sprague. And her name is Jennifer Robinson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the officer questions Yates.
Mm-hmm.
His explanation is that she's the daughter of a coworker. The coworker asked him to pick her up. He's doing a favor.
Mm.
The officer asks for her name, specifically her father's name.
Mm-hmm.
The coworker who supposedly made the request, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Yates says he doesn't know it well enough to say it. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So he can't name the man whose daughter he's supposedly driving.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, he's not charged with anything again. The encounter is documented, goes in the report, and goes in the task force files. And he'll give the same story when they bring it up later on.
So that's another murder victim in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And they, oh my God.
Now, by the summer of 99, the task force has worked through enough of the Corvette databases that Yates' name has arisen to the surface of both.
Good.
Yeah. He owned a white Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
He was stopped near East Sprague in 97.
Mm-hmm.
Was found with a known prostitute in November of 98.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 data points converging on the same name.
Mm-hmm.
So on September 15th, 1999, investigators bring him in. They tell him his name has come up. They tell him explicitly he is not a suspect. So he agrees to cooperate.
Oh.
He tells them he's never patronized prostitutes in Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
He tells them he doesn't own and has never owned a handgun.
Hmm.
He acknowledges that he had a Corvette, but says he sold it.
Mm-hmm.
And gives them the name Rita Jones.
Hmm.
Now, according to investigators, he appeared visibly nervous throughout these sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And when they raised the November 1998 stop and the woman in the passenger seat, he gives the same story. Coworker's daughter, favor, doesn't know her name well enough to say it. And when investigators tell him flat out they don't believe him, he doesn't raise his voice or become agitated. He just looks them right in their faces and is like, yeah, well, that's my story. So they ask for a DNA sample.
Mm-hmm.
And he declines.
Understandably.
He thought I was going to say, does it right.
I think he's got more.
When I was researching it, I really thought he was going to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, of course he is. He's a narcissist. Why wouldn't he? But no, he fucking declines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he's been watching a little bit of crime TV, maybe.
Yeah, well, he actually says that the request is unreasonable for a family man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, family man. Same phrase he used with Christine Smith in the back of his van. 5 children. Oh, never hurt anybody. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he shoots her in the fucking head.
Yeah.
So,
Filthy liar.
Yeah. So at some point they end the interview and he walks out, drives home.
Do they follow him?
No.
Oh.
But several weeks later, they pull him over in the Honda Civic for a second time.
Ooh.
With a known prostitute in the passenger seat again. And again, not charged. Just added to the file. So they know what they're looking for now.
Mm-hmm.
Or they know what they're looking at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what they need is the Corvette.
Oh, so now they have to track down who he sold it to, and all they have is the name. Hopefully it's the correct name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, before I get too far away from it, let's talk about a little bit about what the interview actually looked like.
Yeah.
Because the behavior is kind of interesting. He comes in cooperatively. He agrees he's not a suspect. He sits down. He lies consistently and without visible stress about the things investigators can't really disprove yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then chooses to acknowledge the Corvette. And I guess mostly because they can already verify he owned it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do much good
To try to deny it.
to deny it. But then he tries to manage the disclosure by giving them the buyer's name. You know what I mean? Like Rita Jones. So he's trying to control what he gives them.
Yes. Yes.
And and again, much like we talked about with Israel Keys, he's not trying to guess at what they know. He's recalibrating based off what he knows that they know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's also fucking moist.
Oh, is he sweating a little
This
bit?
dude is sweating bullets during this fucking interview. And the
Oh,
sweat is the tell.
yeah.
So they document it because he's visibly nervous in a way his story doesn't account for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the man truly cooperating with investigators about something that has nothing to do with him doesn't sweat through his fucking shirt.
Right.
But
Yeah.
again, he doesn't break. He just holds this fucking bullshit story anyways. So even sweating and even with investigators telling him flat out that they nah, dude, your fucking story's horse shit.
Yeah.
he fucking holds on tight to that shit.
Because it's his truth, his belief. That was his Bible.
Exactly. Yeah. It tells you something about the level of practice involved.
Yes.
25 fucking years of doing this.
It's pretty fucking scary.
25 years of building and maintaining a surface so convincing that even the people closest to him never saw through it. And he's sitting across from detectives who know they know he did it.
Yeah.
And they're telling him so. But he's holding the story anyway, like, nah.
Like a stubborn little 2-year-old.
Yeah, that takes a very specific kind of fucking person.
Oh, mass murderer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in knowing that the Corvette is still out there.
Yeah.
He knows he sold it to Rita Jones, but he doesn't know if they've found it yet. So he sits down and like I said, he calibrates.
Mm-hmm.
And he acknowledges what they are only willing to verify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's not going to even give anything extra.
Yeah. And he just keeps giving the same story. And he doesn't vary it. It doesn't add any details. Just keeps fucking repeating the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't get defensive at all when they tell him that they don't believe him. He doesn't get angry or nothing. He just stares at them. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. It's like, I already told you.
Yeah. Damn.
Basically, like, either charge me or fucking let me go. You know what I mean?
Right. Either give him my phone call or I'm out. Yeah.
So there's Rita Jones.
Yes.
She does have the car still.
Oh.
And she did buy it from Yates in 1998 after the task force started watching for white Corvettes. So she's had it for about 2 years, actually.
Oh, wow.
By the time all this is going down.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally find it and her. And in January of 2000, investigators ask her permission to collect fiber samples from the interior, which she wholeheartedly agrees to. She's like, please feel free.
Right. She's like, I bought it.
Yeah. And they find some stuff. And the fibers go to the State Patrol Crime Laboratory. And we mentioned that they also find a button.
Yes.
And once they get a full search warrant, to kind of like rip this fucking car apart.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
On the passenger side, they find dried blood stains on the seat and seatbelt buckle. Jennifer Joseph's remains were too decomposed when found to yield a direct DNA sample. So they used the only thing available, which of course would be the DNA of her parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the blood stains are compared to John Joseph's DNA and his wife's. And they match.
Yeah.
And then under the front passenger seat, caught in the gap between the seat and the floor rail, where the seat slides back and forth, they find the single white button. Mother of pearl.
Oh, those are so
which
pretty.
is not my explanation or my exclamation of like what the
shock and
fuck?
awe,
No,
yeah.
the button was mother of pearl.
Oh, they're so pretty.
And once the forensic team compared it to her jacket, they were able to determine that it came from her clothing. So they got her blood on the seat, her blood on the seat belt, her button under the seat. Can't really argue that she wasn't in the car.
No, that would be super difficult.
Yeah. So she left pieces of herself behind, and they waited for a very long time to be found. So combined with the DNA from semen recovered from multiple victims and combined with 3 documented encounters placing Yates near East Sprague, and also combined with the refused DNA and the nervous interview, they got enough. Finally, right?
Yeah, it's about time.
Now, okay, the Camaro Corvette mistake, innocent enough.
Right, completely.
It sucks that 9 more women went on to become victims of him in some way. But to have stopped him once after owning the Civic and seeing that girl was in there.
Yeah, a known prostitute, and you're just going to turn a blind eye.
Okay, now let's think about for a minute. What the fuck are you investigating? You're investigating fucking hookers going missing.
Yes.
You're looking for fucking this guy. You know his fucking name. You can see that he's got a goddamn prostitute in the passenger seat, and yet you still fucking let him go. Last time I checked, trying to pick up a hooker is still fucking illegal in Washington.
Yeah. So
especially back then. Yeah. So why the fuck would they let him go again? That's what I don't understand. Like, that girl's death is on fucking state of Washington. 100 fucking %.
Yeah. I agree.
Jennifer Joseph did not have to die.
No.
They saw her
in the vehicle.
She was a known prostitute.
Why did they not take her out of the car?
And then that fucking happens twice, which is fucking bonkers to me.
Yeah.
Some of these laws, they really need to fucking change. Like, what more did you fucking need? You know what I mean? It's like fucking the Joseph Duncan thing when they fucking let him go. Now, obviously, okay, we get it. There was no warrant issued in time because he skipped out on probation, and it's a fucking hassle to fucking get it. Another thing that needs to fucking change. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But you're out there investigating the very thing. Yeah. And it appears in front of you in the fucking car.
Right.
It appears in front of you as a gift. And you're like, man, not much we can do, Harold. Why don't you move it along? Why? It's fucking stupid. I don't understand why he fucking was allowed to go.
And I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
All I can think over here is like, why did they not ask her to get out of the car?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I need you.
Yeah,
to
why
get
didn't
out of the
they?
car. Why didn't they get her out?
It's illegal for both of them. You know what I mean? Like, they should have arrested her for soliciting, and they should have fucking arrested him for soliciting a fucking prostitute.
Because they probably pulled him over because they saw that little encounter, that little exchange of like,
wait, am I out of pocket? Is prostitution? I know it's legal in parts of fucking King County, but not Eastern Washington. I wouldn't think. Maybe I'm wrong.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Well, it's certainly not fucking enforced on East Sprague. You know what I mean? Like,
no. As far as I know, it's still illegal to solicit.
But much like everything else in this fucking county, nothing gets fucking prosecuted unless it involves guns or fucking drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because actually right now, do you want to know what's really frustrating? If I were to take a beer in an open container or alcohol, heavy liquor, whatever, and I had it in my hand, on the corner at like Sprague and Pines or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I could get arrested.
Yeah.
However, if
you're down on that same corner trolling for dick,
I'm not going to get arrested.
You're all good.
I could be smoking meth and shooting heroin at the same time. Yeah. I'm still not going to get arrested for that shit.
You could be smoking meth and shooting cats and ain't nobody going to fucking do nothing.
No, they wouldn't. That's the wrong thing. That's the whole thing that's wrong. Anyway. Thanks for listening.
This fucking county's wacky. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So anyways, man, we really go off on some tangents.
I know. Forgive us. We don't like bad people.
What are we talking about? Pelicans?
Pelicans driving Corvettes. Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's talk about April 18th.
Yeah.
2000.
Mm-hmm.
It's the early morning. Sun's just starting to come up. Birds are chirping. Robert Lee Yates Jr. leaves his house on the South Hill. Gets into his Honda Civic. And he drives north on Market Street toward Kaiser Aluminum.
Okay.
Now, he's made this commute hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
12-hour shifts as a carbon setter.
Mm-hmm.
Unremarkable man on an unremarkable Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But police pull him over.
Mm-hmm.
And he's placed under arrest for the murder of Jennifer Joseph.
Hot damn.
Yeah, no confrontation, no chase. He pulls over when the lights come on. He's taken to the Spokane County Jail. And the task force that told the sheriff from day one they were going to solve this case receives the call they've been waiting for.
There you go. I love it.
So by the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
Spokane County Sheriff Mark Stirk announces Yates as the prime suspect in the deaths of at least 12 women.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's careful. He says the evidence includes DNA, but declines to detail it.
Smart.
Right?
Smart.
Now, Corporal David Reagan is even more careful at the press conference
Mm-hmm.
when he says, quote, "We are very specifically not saying he is our serial killer. We have evidence that ties him to the homicide of one prostitute." But by the next day, they are saying it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Now, his sisters, Shirley Hess and Linda Welsh, go down to the jail.
Mm-hmm.
They're there fucking stirring some shit up, and they tell reporters they still love their brother, and he's a good uncle to their children, and then they have no plans on turning away from him. And
I would.
yeah.
I would in a heartbeat.
Now, his wife, Linda Yates, is already at work when she gets the call.
Mm.
And she tells investigators later that they called her at work and said that they found a body in her yard.
Mm.
And she said that she said out loud, "Oh my God," and turned ice cold.
Oh, poor Linda.
Yeah. So, there's something worth mentioning about the morning that doesn't make it into a lot of coverage.
Oh?
Now, on April 15th, just a few days before this,
Mm-hmm.
Yates returned home from the National Guard training in Yakima.
Mm.
And he spent the next 2 days at home playing catch with his son in the front yard.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. So he's been to guard training. He's playing baseball with his kid.
Mm-hmm.
His domestic life is fully operational right up until the moment the lights come on behind him on Market Street.
Mm.
So, the task force had been building to this moment for 2.5 years. And when the arrest happens, what they're feeling in the room at the time is not really triumph exactly. It's kind of closer to the specific exhaustion that comes from 2.5 years of absolute certainty.
Mm-hmm.
Because by late 99, they know it's him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But,
You still have to be, you still have to be careful. You still have to make sure that everything has been like triple, quadruple checked.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you don't want to make a mistake at this point in the game.
So, now while the task force is building its databases and following thousands of tips, he's living this fucking crazy life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Linda Yates later tells investigators about things she noticed and explained away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the night in 96 when he came home with considerable amounts of blood in the back of his van, but said that he'd hit a dog and rushed it to the vet.
That's right.
She believed that.
Mm-hmm.
She would say later that bells and lights would normally go off, but this guy hid everything from his family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, we talked a lot about that.
Yeah, the stuff that was explained away.
Now, she doesn't divorce him after the arrest either, and stays in contact with him through the plea process.
Oh, wow.
She told investigators what she knew and told them the truth about all of it,
Mm-hmm.
and that she had believed him about all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that she didn't know.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Like you had touched on, like you have that blind faith, that blind trust, and God, when you just want to believe.
Right.
And there are certain things that you're just like, I must just be misfeeling something. Yeah.
So after they get him, they're going to execute a search warrant on his house.
Mm-hmm.
And the interior search turns up evidence fucking immediately.
Oh, that's crazy.
So in plain view in the yard, pieces of broken concrete, wood with white paint peeling from it, peanut shells, rocks, styrofoam packing material.
Mm-hmm.
All things that they were finding on some of the bodies or near them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the forensic analysis confirms that they match in composition and type both, that the material found covering the bodies of Lori Wasson and Sean McClenahan and Linda Mabin, Barefoot Linda,
Oh my God.
was with debris from his own backyard. Yeah. Plants in the yard too. Specific species growing at that house matched the vegetation found on the bodies.
Oh, that just brings a whole new level of gross.
Yeah. So the yard search for Melody Murfin does not immediately succeed. They spend about 2 hours digging, and they use ground penetrating radar, but they actually miss her completely. And we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he takes the yellow legal pad and draws the outline of the yard and marks a spot along the foundation where she's actually buried. So they go back and they do end up finding her.
Yeah.
And he had planted flowers on top of her.
Ew.
Yeah.
Like ew.
Yep. And his wife slept on the other side of the wall where she was buried.
I just barfed in my mouth. Thank you.
Right? And her body's identified partly through jewelry that her family ends up recognizing.
Oh, that's just sad.
Now, let's talk about Christine Smith.
Yeah.
The day after the arrest, she opens up the paper. It has photographs on the fucking front page. She picks up the phone. She's 32 years old. And we talked about how, like, he told her, like, she specifically asked, like, she asked this fucking dude, are you the serial killer targeting prostitutes in Spokane?
Right. And he was like, no.
And he's like, no, bitch, I got 5 children, you know, like, I would never do such a thing. And then shoots her in the head. Grazes her skull. She kind of loses consciousness, comes back, gets out of the van, goes right to police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, she sees his face in the paper and calls the police. And immediately is like, I'm going to testify.
Yeah. Like that son of a bitch.
Yeah. Now, he ends up taking a plea agreement. In October of 2000.
Wow.
He ends up pleading guilty to 13 counts of first-degree murder. 10 in Spokane County, 2 in Walla Walla County.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you know, because he needs to account for the murders of Patrick Oliver and Susan Savage.
Yes.
Then we have 1 in Skagit County for the murder of Stacy Hahn. And 1 count of attempted first-degree murder for Christine Smith now. Now, in exchange for that, Spokane County will not seek the death penalty. 1 additional count, Sean McClenahan, which kind of had the strongest evidence in the entire case, is it really, I don't understand, is dropped.
What?
And is kind of held in reserve. So if he ever tries to like renege or appeal, they can recharge him because they have that murder kind of
they're like
hanging
let's not do all of them at once.
Right.
Have something in our pocket.
Mm-hmm. Which they can do.
Okay. I'm seeing the truth in that. Okay.
Yeah. So 17 family members of 11 victims show up to the sentencing hearing.
That's awesome.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to go through like every single quote that everybody said.
That would take a long time, I think.
Yeah. But the one that kind of is the most important was Susan Savage's mother.
Yeah.
Who was the one that was asking, like, do you even know what he does to these women after he's killed them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I
think that one pierces right through everything. Like, don't be an idiot. This is what took place.
Yeah.
Don't let this motherfucker go. He's a bad individual. And he needs to be brought. The women need justice in what happened. And he needs to pay for those crimes.
Now, here's where things get a little complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember I said he gets the death penalty.
Yeah, but we don't.
And you might be asking yourself, well, wait a minute.
Because
they just agreed that if he pled guilty,
he couldn't.
That they would remove the death penalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's Spokane.
Mm.
Now, while the Spokane plea is being negotiated,
mm-hmm.
Pierce County Prosecutor John Ladenburg has been watching. And he's not a part of the negotiations.
No, because he's on the other side.
He's not even consulted.
No.
He's the elected prosecutor of a different county.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 women were killed and left in his county.
Yeah.
And those murders are his.
Different county, different rules.
Yeah. So on July 13th, 2000, Spokane prosecutor Steve Tucker faxes Ladenburg a draft plea agreement that includes the Pierce County murders of Melinda Mercer and Connie LaFontaine Ellis.
Mm.
And he requests that Pierce County cede its jurisdiction to the Spokane plea process.
No.
So basically it's like, look, we're already going to charge him.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to just kind of like back off and let our version of justice be good enough as justice being served. Now, on July 17th, Ladenburg responds by both letter and voicemail. And he basically tells them to fucking get bent.
Good.
He's basically like,
Good.
no. He's like, I wasn't good enough to fucking include in anything you were fucking doing.
And now you think you can tell me what
he's
to
like,
do?
no, my answer is no.
Good.
And Pierce County is going to file its own cases in Pierce County.
Amen.
Yeah. So Yates's attorneys try to argue that the Spokane agreement was all-encompassing and that a man who pled guilty to 13 murders in exchange for a life sentence had resolved his exposure everywhere.
Mm-mm.
And the argument is made seriously, but it fucking fails horribly because
Good.
Pierce County was not a party to the agreement.
Good.
And they're not bound.
No.
And the Washington Supreme Court confirmed this in 2007.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the Pierce County trial opens August 12th, 2002.
Okay.
And Ladenburg doesn't limit the jury to the 2 Pierce County murders.
Oh.
And in the penalty phase, he opens the entire Spokane case.
Ha! Attaboy.
Yeah, because he wants the jury to understand who they're dealing with.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so, and of course, naturally, the defense objects, and they're like, no. Like, that's Spokane. You can't use it here. But the judge is like, fuck no, yes, he can.
Mm-hmm.
So the jury finds him guilty on both counts.
Good.
And on October 3rd, Pierce County Superior Court sentenced him to death by lethal injection.
Nice. I mean, I know I shouldn't cheer death on, but in this case.
Right. So the difference between those two outcomes really comes down entirely to geography. He drove Melinda Mercer and Connie LaFontaine Ellis across the Cascades and left them in Pierce County.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd left them in Spokane County, the plea would have covered them.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, the accident of where he chose to dump the bodies determined what their family's experience of justice looked like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a woman by the name of Catherine Wilson who wrote a book on this, which is titled The Geography of Justice. And it's really the right title.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let's think about what the geography of justice actually means for these families. Melinda Mercer's family and Connie LaFontaine Ellis's family, they got a trial.
Mm-hmm.
They got to watch 12 people deliberate, and they got a verdict.
Yeah.
They got a jury that came back and said in the formal language of the law that what was done to their family members warranted the highest penalty the state could impose.
Amen. Yeah.
The Spokane family's got a guilty plea, a sentencing hearing, and a man who read a prepared statement that said he'd turned to God while being incarcerated. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
It's just, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like all the victims over here.
Now,
oh, God.
yeah, it really isn't. It's not.
Mm-mm.
And it's also not fair that it gets overturned because of, Washington. Now, there's one more thing that belongs in this part 3 before we get into our final episode.
Okay.
It's Mark fucking Furman.
He should have never stuck his nose in.
Yeah. He's a very complicated figure.
Right? Okay.
And he, like I said, is the former LAPD detective who became infamous during the O.J. Simpson trial in 1995 for denying he'd used racial slurs and then being shown to have lied about it. A lot of people think he planted that glove.
Yeah.
So anyways, he moved to Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And by 1997, he's a regular guest host on the Spokane radio program.
Mm-hmm.
So when the bodies start turning up on East Sprague, Furman's only 90 miles away with a microphone and the detective's instinct that something is being mishandled. So he inserts himself into the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
He and his co-host cover the case on air. They solicit tips. They pass them to the task force. And at some point, he obtains access to case materials.
Hmm?
And he fucking interviews witnesses. Yeah, dude. It's fucked up. So he does all this shit. Regardless of how we feel about it, it happens.
Right. Okay.
So his 2001 book that he writes called Murder in Spokane, of course, argues that the task force made errors that allowed Yates to keep killing for 2 additional years.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that 9 women who died after autumn of 1997 might not have died if the investigation had been conducted differently. Now, whether you like or hate this guy is irrelevant because what he's saying is kind of fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
And it is.
It is.
Because I just fucking laid it out.
Mm-hmm.
9, maybe not. 2, at least fucking 2
At least that's
should still be alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why did they not pull them out of that car?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It just became this whole huge controversy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
Because he's saying, he's basically saying the hometown boys are fuck ups.
They botched it.
So naturally they're going to take that shit fucking personally. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of public fucking back and forth with that shit.
Yeah.
So, where are we at? Robert Lee Yates.
Mm-hmm.
He goes from the Pierce County courtroom to death row at the Washington State Penitentiary in Walla Walla.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
the same institution where he worked as a corrections officer in 1975.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there.
So now he's an inmate.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
And yeah. The appeals, of course, begin immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And they run for 16 years.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and we'll go over all that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the investigations in the other jurisdictions.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're going to talk about what investigators found when they looked at the years between his postings.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we talked about that in the very first episode when he was in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some suspicions about some shit.
Mm.
Questions that have no answers, so to speak.
Mm. See, this is going to be so good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
yikes. Don't want to be bumping my mic. So, you know what I mean? We're going to talk a little. We got and it's not going to be a super long episode, this next one.
Mm-mm.
It's going to kind of just wrap stuff up.
Yeah, but that's going to be good because we need to.
But we'll talk a little bit about the families and some more this and that's.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we'll be done with Yates. And we'll be moving on to some stuff, hopefully, that nobody has familiar with, really.
All right, that's going to be the fun part.
Now, up until, I don't know, it'll be a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're holding back on the Green River Killer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ridgeway will be our 100th.
Oh.
Our 100th episode celebration.
Yeah.
That'll be our
That'll be the thing.
defining case.
Yeah.
So, unless you got anything, we will see. Well, I always say that.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
We'll look forward to joining you all next week
Yes.
when we close out Robert Freak Bag, Dick Bag, Douchebag Yates. Ba-boom.
Like what you just heard? Be sure to check out our social media pages and like, follow, subscribe, and share us on TikTok at Shadows in the Pines, on Instagram and Facebook at Shadows in the Pines Podcast, or feel free to email the show at shadowsinthepinespodcast@gmail.com. And of course, if you want exclusive bonus episodes, be sure to join the inner circle on our Patreon at patreon.com/shadowsinthepines. Thanks for listening.
Hey folks, you ever look at a shrimp and think, yeah, but what if there was just less of it? Well, good news, because today's episode is brought to you by Crime Scene Shrimp Bits. That's right, not full shrimp, not even half shrimp. We're talking precision cut, strategically reduced pieces of shrimp, condensed into tiny, convenient fragments that fit perfectly into your life. Each can is packed with what we're legally calling shrimp-based material, harvested, processed, and broken down into bite-sized bits of ocean-adjacent goodness. Just crack open a tin, dump it into your mouth, or a bowl if you're trying to keep up appearances, and enjoy the unmistakable flavor of something that was, at one point, definitely near a shrimp. Whether you're on the go, avoiding responsibilities, or just craving a snack that raises more questions than it answers, Crime Scene Shrimp Bits have you covered. No tails, no heads, no memories, just bits. Crime Scene Shrimp Bits, because sometimes less shrimp is more. Available wherever questionable food products are sold.